It is Fan Appreciation Night here at the Big A. The Mike Scioscia bobblehead being handed out as well as team photos. Tonight it is game number 161 of the season. Oakland A's in town for game number 2 of this 3-game set. As we welcome you inside our broadcast booth and back to Angels baseball on Fox Sports West, along with Mark Gubiza. I'm Victor Rojas. The Angels on this homestand have won 4 consecutive games last night. The guys in the middle part of the order, that Mike Trout guy and Shohei Ohtani, they seem to be pretty good and could just continue to contribute for this ball club.
Yeah, they might be pretty good. They might be keepers, Victor. I think when you look at our Coors Light refreshing finish, they did their job once again. Mike Trout, what a perfect swing he had going the other way. Lines up all the right center field, his 39th home run this season. You talk about that perfect, short, compact swing, creating that lift that other way, drives it out. 2-run home run for Trout. Continues to swing the bat well, getting closer to his all-time career high as far as 41 home runs. Shohei Ohtani, an excellent game for him. 3 for 3 in the game. He had a sac fly. He picked up his 10th stolen base. He did it all last night. Even got an infield hit as far as those 3 hits. So Shohei Ohtani getting that batting average closer to 290, 289 right now with 22 home runs.
You think these guys have a chance to be big leaguers for a long time?
I think you know what? I think if they keep working at their craft, they got a chance at that.
Tyler Skaggs is on the mound for the last time this year. Liam Hendriks is the opener for the Oakland Athletics. He'll be followed by Trevor Cahill. We're just about ready for baseball here in Southern California. Sit back and relax. Lineups and first pitch when we return.
Every new opportunity with a redesigned exterior and 31 Highway MPG. Test drive one today. By Mercury Insurance, we're on a mission to save you money. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com to get a fast free quote and see how much you can save. And by your SoCal Mazda dealers.
Well, welcome back out to Angel Stadium. Game 2 of this 3-game set between the Angels and the Oakland Athletics. A nice win yesterday for the Angels, an 8-5 victory. They've now won 4 straight as Tyler Skaggs strolls into the ballpark. He's just about ready to go. They just showed a highlight video of Mike Scioscia, both as a player and as a manager, since it is his bobblehead giveaway night, and also with the the uncertainty, if you will, after the final out of tomorrow afternoon's game.
Yeah, I think it was a great thing to be able to show what Mike Scioscia did as a player and what the success he's had as a manager for the Angels.
There's the bobblehead. What do you think of that lineup?
That's a pretty good lineup. I think I might take the day off.
You would?
Yes.
Dude, go ahead.
Or maybe the whole weekend off.
Weekend off?
Yes.
Everyone's.
I said, you know what? I got a little soreness in my shoulder right now.
You like Trout in that leadoff spot for that lineup?
Oh, yeah.
That's not too bad, right?
Oh, give him an extra at bat. That'd be fun.
Well, Tyler Skaggs is on the mound for the Angels. We'll talk about him for a second, or in a second. And the Oakland A's obviously will have their opener today. We were talking with the Kuiper and Fosse, the television voices of the Oakland Athletics, as to what they are going to do on Wednesday at Yankee Stadium. I know for the last week or thereabouts, whether they had it at home or had to go to New York for the wild card game, I felt that their best option from a pitching standpoint had been just a straight bullpen game. Those guys seem to kind of feel the same way.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan, and we know neither one of us are big proponents of the opener. But I think when your situation, when you have one 10-game winner in your rotation, that's Sean Manaea, and he's out. He's out for even next season as far as shoulder problems. Then I think that's your best bet. And I think you can beat the Yankees in Yankee Stadium with that formula because they're not going to be able to settle in against one pitcher. They're going to have to deal with 4, 5, maybe 6 pitchers during the course of that one game.
And you got a couple of guys that can give you multiple innings, whether it's Fernando Rodney, Mero Petit, Blake Trinan, if you had to, can go 2 innings as well. So I'm sure you could piece it together, and especially in that ballpark with that lineup. And they've got starters right now, their rotation, that have struggled out on the road and or against the New York Yankees.
Especially some fly ball pitchers in that stadium.
Yeah, well, Mike Fiers is a perfect example. We saw that last night. Let's take a look at Bob Melvin's lineup, brought to you by City National Bank. Ramon Laureano will lead things off tonight. He's in center field. Matt Chapman is at third base. Jed Lowry at second. Chris Davis at DH. Stephen Piscotty's in right. Mark Canha is in left. Marcus Semien, the shortstop. Chad Pinder gets to start at first base. And Jonathan Lucroy, who's batting ninth, doing the catching. Tyler Skaggs out for the 24th time this year. He's 8-9 and a 3.91 ERA.
And for Tyler, this is a very important start. Get him a chance to get to that 9th win, have a 500 record. Already career as far as strikeouts and innings and wins for Tyler Skaggs. My go-tos for him to be successful against this lineup for Oakland here tonight. A lot of right-handed bats in the lineup tonight. But a fastball changeup combo away is going to be very, very important for him. Especially if he can run that fastball upstairs and changeup going down and away and get hitters to bite on that curveball, especially when it's out of the strike zone. He's got that big 11-5 break with his curveball to get a swing and miss for Tyler Skaggs.
Well, Tyler will be supported by the Angels defense. It's brought to you by Tough Turtle Turf, and it looks like this tonight. You've got Upton in left, Trout at center, Calhoun in right, the infield with Ward and Simmons on the left side, Cowart and Fernandez on the right. Jose Briseño, who's a hero a couple of games ago as the walk-off home run against Texas, is behind the plate.
And Trout out in center field has been outstanding. A lot of conversation about him winning his first Gold Glove. 0 errors in 123 games this season. 7 outfield assists, which ties a career high for Trout. His routes have been better. Defensive run saves the best in the American League in center field. So Trout in real good position to pick up a Gold Glove this winter.
Ramon Laureano ready to lead things off. Oakland at 96-64, the second wild card team. They're currently 5.5 back in the American League West. Houston double dipping at Baltimore. They won the first one 4-3, leading in game 2. First one tonight is up and away for ball 1. First pitch brought to you by Simpson Chevrolet.
Yeah, big at bat for Carlos Correa in that first game for you. See the home run in there. That's the hitter they really need to get working for the Astros. And they're playing as well as anybody in baseball at the right time.
Foul tipped into the mitt. Evens a count at a ball and a strike. Big games going on, especially in the National League. Washington leading Colorado 5-1 with the Dodgers having won earlier today.
Yeah, congrats to the Dodgers making it into the postseason, at the very least as the second wild card team.
But still plenty of scenarios to be played out. Milwaukee has a game lead on the Cubs, game and a half lead on the Cubs. Cubs lost today.
No, I think they would be
Cubs
tied.
leading, pardon me. Yeah, they would be tied with Milwaukee winning. Milwaukee came in a game back. So if the Cubs lost today to St. Louis, Milwaukee and Detroit currently tied at 5 in the top of the 6th.
You still have the Central to be decided as well as the wild card in the National League, the second wild card. 1-2. Mariano fouls it back.
And a 12 o'clock start for everybody tomorrow is going to be pretty important in that National League. And if you're going into the playoffs, you prefer to win a division as compared to have to play a wild card game.
For sure.
So both for Colorado, the Dodgers, Cubs, and Milwaukee, that last game is extremely important.
1-2. That's a called strike 3. Down goes Laureano. Or last thing you want to do is play a tiebreaker game on Monday.
And then play a wild card game. So you're basically wasting your top 2 starters just to get to that short series. Perfect pitch, 92-mile-an-hour fastball from Skaggs. I really have liked his consistency in his velocity and location of his fastball this season. The arm has been healthy for him for the most part. It's been some leg issues and the groin problem. It's that good changeup. Even though it's just a little bit off the plate, that's still a solid changeup for Skaggs.
Oakland's hit righties a little bit better than left-handers. And they will get Luis Severino, as it appears, on Wednesday, Yankee Stadium. There's Chris Davis. Waiting in the dugout. Jed Lowry is the man on deck. 2 balls, 1 strike. Chapman hitting .280. 24 home runs, 68 runs batted in. Had a 1-for-5 game last night. A single and a run scored. The Oakland A's scoring 5 times in the 8th.
Pretty good sequence here. They're falling behind 2-0 and a 2-0 changeup. Runs a fastball up and in at 91. So now you can go. You got 3 options really now. That's what's the importance of having a good feel for your changeup early for Skaggs. Go back to a changeup away, go high fastball, or drop that big curveball in.
2-2. There's that breaking ball. Full count. That full count was certainly a story of the game last night. The Angels had 10 full counts. A lot of walks in the game overall. They still came out victorious. Payoff on the way. And there's a walk. 1 out variety.
By the way, going back to that curveball, spin rate on this curveball, that pitch before, 28.44. Revolutions per minute on that curve. That's well above average for Skaggs.
So man on, 1 out. There's Jed Lowry. Second baseman. .268 average of 22 home runs. He's driven home 97. Lowry last night, a multi-hit game, going 2 for 5. Did pick up an RBI. 5 hits for Oakland, 9 for the Angels in that victory, with Taylor Cole picking up his 4th win. So a nice find for the Angels. 0-2. Joe West, the crew chief, calling the balls and strikes tonight. Marty Foster at first base. Mark Ripperger at second. Doug Eddings over at third. Upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Good crowd on hand so far. Still filing in. Fan appreciation night.
Japan Day also. There was a huge crowd out in the parking lot today. 13 ground ball double plays turned behind Skaggs this season.
1-2. Lowry. Skaggs went out to center. Trout racing back onto the track and at the wall will make the catch. Chapman back to first base. Lowry gave it a ride, but it stays in the yard.
Execution, location, that pitch for Tyler Skaggs, not where he wanted, but If you're going to make a mistake, you want to hit it to center field if you can. That's the deepest part of this yard, and Trout was able to run it down at the wall. That was the old feeling at old Tiger Stadium. If you're going to make a mistake, let him hit it to center field. It was, what was it, 440? I didn't do that real well. I made sure they pulled it to right, but I thought about it. Say, why did you try to hit the ball to center?
See, at least you thought about it.
Yeah. It's the thought that counts, right?
Exactly. That's what they say as Davis fouls off the first offering. Tough night last night, going 0 for 4. 3 strikeouts, 1 walk for Davis. 247, 47 home runs, and 121 runs batted in.
When you look at his batting average, the last 4 or 5 seasons, 247 every year.
Yep. Last, including this year, 4 seasons.
That's amazing. Consistency.
Yeah.
And 40+ home runs every year.
1-1. Career year for him this year. Home runs, RBIs. 47 home runs, leads the league. One. That's drilled out to right. Cole has to race back onto the track near the wall. That's gone, making 48 home runs. And Oakland has a 2-0 lead.
Well, he just looked comfortable in the batter's box. He was telling himself to stay back, look for a spot, the pitch before. And he was able to stay back and hit the ball the other way. Let's take a look at We Make It Easy, brought to you by SoCal Toyota. The approach, he was looking away for a fastball, didn't try to pull it. And that perfect follow through on a swing to hit the ball. He is so strong. When you look how many home runs he has hit the other way, he's amongst the leaders in that category going the other way for Chris Davis.
122nd, 123rd runs batted in.
That's his 17th opposite field home run.
And it'll take the batting average above 247.
So he'll be due to making out the next 3 at bats then.
For now.
Yeah. You look at the leaders as far as the American League, as far as opposite field home runs. JD Martinez, Stanton, Judge. You expect that really in New York. And then Chu with Texas with 9, but Chris Davis 17 now the other way.
Two on count on Stephen Piscotty.
That's a 3rd career home run for Davis against Skaggs. Pretty good numbers, 6 for 15.
Count evened up now. Piscotty hitting 267, 26 home runs, 85 runs batted in. 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks last night. Full count. Tyler about to throw his 25th pitch of the night.
Well, that's a 224th home run hit this season by Oakland. The Yankees earlier today broke the all-time record for home runs in a season. Yeah, the previous record 264 as far as home runs in a season. I think the Yankees got a few more today with 266.
Count remains at 3-2.
And they were tied with that Seattle club that had some serious power from Buhner, Ken Griffey Jr., A-Rod on that team. Edgar Martinez.
Another payoff. Scotty takes a walk. 2nd of the inning. Here comes Charles Nagy. Two-run home run by Chris Davis. Even
The A's a 2-0 lead here in the first. The 224th home run hit by this A's team. So it's Mark Canha tonight getting to start in left field, coming to the plate now. 17 home runs for him. 52 runs batted in. Skaggs on a pitch count.
It's going to be around that 75 to 80 pitch limit.
At this pace, not going to be lasting very long. It's his 28th.
And that's the thing, you know, baseball is a team sport, but based on individual numbers. If you're Tyler Skaggs, you wanted to put yourself in position to get through that 5th inning to be able to pick up a W, but also keep your ERA below 4. And right now, with that 2-run home run here in the first, his ERA jumps over at 4 now. At 4.04 for Tyler Skaggs. Remember, early in the season, he was pretty close to being an all-star. His ERA was in the 2s for a large part of the season, and he had that bad stretch.
One pitch to Canha. Broken ball misses. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. There's a look at the pitch count. 30. 17 strikes, 13 balls, 2 walks. And a 2-run home run allowed the opposite way. Three-one count.
Overall career numbers against Oakland for Skaggs, not great. 2-5 with a 4.98, but this season has been solid. 2-1, 3.20 ERA.
Canha cuts through the fastball. Full count. A couple of Cal teammates back-to-back in the A's lineup. Canha, Marcus Semien, who's on deck. Action in the Angels bullpen in the first inning. Piscotty be on the move with a 3-2 count, 2 outs. Canha strikes out. 2 runs on the Chris Davis home run is 48. The Angels trailing heading to the bottom of the first. Game number 161. The Angels, with this little win streak, have put themselves in a position to try to get to an even 500 to end the season. They'll have to win the next 2. It'll be Calhoun, Fernandez, and Trout in the top third of the order. Ohtani, Upton, Simmons in the middle third. Then you've got Ward, Cowart, and Briseño rounding out the starting 9. Liam Hendriks is the opener tonight for the Oakland Athletics. 29-year-old native of Perth, Australia, pitching for the 25th time. This will be his quote-unquote 8th start.
Yeah, fastball, firm one, 91, 97. He'll touch 97 when he goes that 4-seam fastball upstairs. Curveball, slider, changeup.
Trevor Cahill will be the next man up. He is the starter, and he will take over for the second inning. Last night, it did not quite work out for the Athletics. Lou Trevino had a 1-2-3 first inning. Then Mike Fiers ended up giving us 6 runs in 3 1/3. There's Cahill, the pride of Vista High School. Cole settles into the batter's box, comes in hitting .207. 19 home runs, 57 runs batted in. Hendricks' fastball misses low. Multi-hit game for Calhoun last night, going 2 for 4 with 2 doubles. 18 doubles on the season. He's also chipped in 2 triples. Out to left. It's Canna. 1 down. Take a look at the Infinity defense for the Athletics tonight. Mark Canna's in left. Von Laureano at center. Stephen Piscotti at right. The infield with Matt Chapman, Marcus Semien on the left side. Jed Lowry, Chad Pinder on the right. Luke Roy behind the plate.
And Lowry's been pretty solid at second base in all those starts here in that position. .992 fielding percentage for Lowry at second base, which leads the American League in that category. He's turned 73 double plays. His 4 errors on the season for Lowry at second for Oakland. Defense has gotten a lot better. It was really a problem last year. They led baseball as far as errors made.
This one pulled foul past Alfredo Griffin. 0-1 count on Fernandez. They will make some errors, especially the left side of the infield. And Semien and Chapman have combined for 40 of the 87 errors by the Athletics, but there's no question they've gotten better than the last couple of seasons. Ball and a strike. Fernandez at .263. 8 doubles, 2 home runs, 10 RBIs. 1 for 3 last night with a double and a run scored before being lifted from Jeffrey Marte. 2-1. Trout on deck.
Hendricks upset with himself on that follow through with that breaking ball. Trying to tell himself to stay back. That's one of those timing mechanisms you have as a pitcher. Tap that hip area to make sure you keep that hip closed when you deliver the baseball.
Pull through the right side, a base hit. So man on for Trout.
Which is always a good thing, especially his numbers career-wise against Hendricks. 3 for 8 for .375 batting average.
Trout last night a 2 for 3 game. 2-run home run. That was in the 3rd inning and a single. Also intentionally walked and he scored twice. Now with 101 runs scored on the season. 6th time in his career. He surpassed the century mark. Runs scored.
It's amazing when you look at that on-base percentage for Trout, the amount of walks he's had. You mentioned the runs.
Ball and a strike. Trout leads in on-base percentage at .463. Second in slugging at .635 to Mookie Betts. .315 average is good for 3rd in the American League. Betts still leading the way. JD Martinez second.
That MVP voting might get real interesting. Seems like Betts would be the front runner, but Trout's numbers are still hard to argue against.
1-1. Trout gets jammed, hits one out to right center. Laureano moving over. 2 down. That one in on the hands.
That's how strong he is. That ball was almost on the handle of the bat. It still got out there pretty deep in right center field. Good pitch though by Hendricks. So Trout thinking in terms he was going to try to get that barrel out, but that ran in there enough on him. He tried to bring his hands inside it to hit the ball the other way, but not enough life on that to jam him.
Here's Shohei. 2 out, man at first. Angels down 2-0. 289 average, 22 home runs, 61 runs batted in. 3-hit game last night, double, 2 singles, 2 RBIs. He also had a sacrifice fly.
And part of the reason why you'll see this so-called opener is now you've faced the top 4 guys in a lineup. So if you get through this with no damage done, then this pitcher coming in next doesn't have to face that part of the line the first time through.
One ball, 1 strike. Hendricks is 1-1 is outside. 2-1. We mentioned earlier, good celebration outside in the parking lot during the day before the game. Japan Day being celebrated here, courtesy of Japan Airlines.
Big crowd here tonight.
How's that one back?
All the fastballs against Ohtani so far in this bat have been the lower part of the strike zone. Still stays right around 65% of the time. We'll throw a fastball 1-2 versus a left-handed batter for Hendricks. And they move the infield around, put the shift on with Simeon over here playing in a normal second base position as a shortstop.
Ground ball down the line, foul.
Dino Weaver.
Going in on the hands that break the ball. Yeah, they do that because Lowry has limited range.
Yep. Take a look at our Statcast AI powered by AWS, the way the infield is set up with Lowry playing towards second base. Marcus Simeon playing in shallow right center field. Majority of the base hits hit that part of the field, whether on the ground or in the air. For Ohtani, there's 20% the other way, and most of those 20% have been over the wall that way.
Well, she went out to left field. Here comes Marcano. He'll make the catch for the 3rd out. 2-0 Oakland as we head to the 2nd.
And Mike Scioscia certainly has brought his best in a lot of games as the manager for the Angels. 3,076 games as the Angels manager. Second most among managers who managed with only one franchise. 1,649 career wins. 18th all time on that list for Mike Scioscia, including a world championship back in 2002.
Tyler Skaggs delivers upstairs to Marcus Simeon, leading off the 2nd. Bottom 3rd of the order for Oakland. 33 pitches thrown by Skaggs in the first. 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and a home run allowed. Simeon hitting .257. 15 home runs, 70 runs batted in. Went for 3 game last night, had a 2 RBI double in that 5-run 8th inning. 2-1. Tipped into the mid, evens up the count. It's drilled out to center field. Trout has to move back on it. Is there for the first down. Skaggs has had his issues since the All-Star break. Just 6 starts since that break. 1-4 with a 9.38 ERA. 24 innings, 33 hits. Opponents have hit .324 against him.
Quite a few home runs during that stretch also.
He had a 2.57 ERA through 17 starts before the All-Star break. One-0 count. Chad Pinder tonight getting to start at first. Pretty good power to all fields himself. Base hit inside the bag. Cole was shading him that way, so he'll hold Pinder to a single.
Generally, Pinder is very aggressive on the first or second pitch.
Jonathan Lucroy, the catcher. Veteran signing late in the offseason to a 1-year deal. 0 for 3 last night with a walk. Pinder's on the move. Throw down from the knees for Briseño and got him at second base.
What a throw. Benito Santiago on that throw. From the knees, quickly gets rid of that baseball right on the bag. And to try to move his arm away from the tag, but could not do so as Cowart able to apply the tag. Tried to swim move. Not complete the swim move though.
I think at that point, if you're Caleb Cowart, you get the ball that far in advance. You go Bobby Grich. You just drop the knee.
That'll keep the guys from going head first sliding the second, that's for sure.
And it prevents any type of little swim move, a little deke where the hand can kind of get around the tag. 3-0 count.
Benito Santiago was so quick on that throw from the knees.
Three one. Three one to Lucroy now. Let's hit over to Fernandez. He'll take it himself. So he faces the minimum 3 batters. Gave up a single, caught stealing, and a ground down will hit to the bottom of the stack with the Angels down 2-0.
Bottom of the second. Now it's time for my Hyundai key for this game today for the Halos to be able to beat the Oakland Athletics. Going with little David Bowie. That's Mike Scioscia's one of his favorite singers of all time, Station to Station. A lot of times you think about that going against Oakland, but especially now with Cahill in the game, you can steal some bases. So yes, you love to see the long ball throughout, but you also want to try to steal some bases. He's allowed 14 stolen bases, so go against that Station to Station as far as being aggressive on the bases. That would be Mike Scioscia brand of baseball.
Yep. Got to have the personnel to do that, though. And, he certainly did. The Ibars, the Stewars, Figgins, to name a few.
Yeah, he was so big as far as his lineup set up early on. Speed at the #1 spot, speed at the #9 spot in their lineup, then power throughout.
Upton, Simmons, and Ward for the Angels here in the second. Trevor Cahill, the new pitcher. Upton pops it up to Marcus Semien. One down. Cahill, out of Oceanside, 30 years of age, the Vista High School second-round pick of the A's back in '06. And he was a late signee too by Oakland in March.
Yep. And my go-tos against him, really, when you think about it, when Cahill's successful, he's got that power sinker. You got to try to bring that sinker up and then hit that changeup the other way. He throws a lot of about 24% of his pitches or changeups. You got to drive that one the other way.
Zilla hits one to short, off the end of the bat. 2 down, 2 quick outs for Cahill. And it'll bring up Taylor Ward.
Dean Weeble over at third base, coaching box. His son Trey Weeble turning 10 today. Was at the ballpark. He was in the dugout earlier in the stands here. 10 years old. Dean Weeble's son Trey.
Happy birthday. Taylor Ward last night homering off of Mike Fiers. His one and only hit, went 1 for 4. 172 average, 5 home runs, 13 runs batted in. 2 balls, no strikes. Chris Davis giving the A's a 2-0 lead in the first. His 48th home run of the season. Good one. It's back into the count. Cahill last year pitching with the Padres and the Royals. 21 total games, 14 starts, had a combined ERA of 4.93. Bounce foul, count remains at 2-2. Traded from Oakland to Arizona back in 2011. Traded to the Braves. Since then, he spent some time with Cubs organization, Padres, Royals, back to the A's this year. That's out the left. Marcano breaks back, has to come in a couple of steps. The Angels down in order to complete 2-0 Oakland. Home run by Chris Davis. He's due up fourth in this inning. Tyler Skaggs finishes his warm-up pitches. A little bit better second inning for him than the first, in which he walked two and then gave up that home run. He also picked up a couple of strikeouts. Laureano, Chapman, and Lowry. Laureano struck out looking in the first. Lead off the game. Hits this one out the left center field. Upton's got to race back on it, and it's over his head. Laureano, good speed, gets the second leadoff double. I don't know if Upton was fooled on that
I was going to
swing.
say he had to be fooled on that one because the angle he took initially, you thought he was going to be in position to run that one down, and it kept drifting away from him. Brought his hands inside very well, and that high fastball above the belt. Laureano picking up his 12th double. See that angle he took across, and then he had to go back on the baseball as it goes up, one hops the wall. If he goes back on that straight angle, he's able to run that one down with his speed.
12th double for Laureano, man in scoring position for Oakland. Chapman hits one off the mound to Caleb Coward.
He thought about making that throw with his arm he has, but that's a wise decision, especially early in the game like this, throwing the first base and taking the out.
Laureano ends up at third base with Jed Lowry coming up. Gooby, Christian Yelich has done it again. He's homered for the second time tonight, 36th of the year.
Well, he hasn't hit
Milwaukee is back on top.
He hasn't hit for the cycle yet today?
Not yet. I think he still has an outside shot at winning the Triple Crown.
He has been unbelievable for Milwaukee.
Yeah.
That's why they're a dangerous club in the postseason. They have some talent. They have some defensive players.
Infield in. Lowry lifts one out to right. Cole has to move over. Laureano, great speed. Cole, good arm. Here comes the throw. It sails up the first base line. Sac fly, 3-0 A's. That's a tough play, especially for a left-handed throwing outfielder. Going to his right.
Yeah, it's going to tail back to the right side of the home plate area. Let's take a look at our tools of the trade, brought to you by Ram Trucks, with Chris Davis coming to the plate. The adjustment he made in that first at bat. He saw a pitch away. He's talking to himself, saying, stay back, look out over the plate, stay back, be sure through the baseball on something away. What's he do? You see there, he gets the very next pitch away, looks to hit the ball in the right field, short through the baseball, and drives it out for his 17th opposite field home run this season, a 2-run home run.
Davis skying on to right center. It's playable for Trout. There's the third out. A run comes across and lead off double to sac fly. 3-0 Oakland as we head to the bottom of the third. Briseño and Calhoun coming up. It's good to see Troy Percival
Yes,
stop by the
Percy.
booth.
Percy in the building.
He is in the house. You see Riverside's finest.
Yes. He's done a great job with that program right now, building it to his capacity. Love Percy. Former teammate of mine back in '97 for Percy.
Back in the day.
Yes.
Oh, so many moons ago. Caleb hitting 132, 7 doubles, a triple, a home run, 9 RBIs. Hits this one right back up the middle. Lowry with a shift on is there. Retires Caleb. That's 4 straight batters retired by Cahill since coming to the game.
That's not unusual for Cahill to get a ground ball.
So 1 out, nobody on, with Jose Briseño coming to the plate.
It's almost perfect timing for a catcher.
Oh, what do you know?
Coming to the plate when it was a former catcher, became a closer. Troy Percival.
Briseño, the walk-off hero the other day. 241 average, and here he is, Troy Percival. What's going on, man?
I'm just enjoying the ball game.
That's it.
First one of the year.
The first one.
Yeah, they keep me pretty busy over there trying to get my UC Riverside team up and running. So I thought I better get out here before the year was over.
We were just talking about how busy it is being a college coach. It's almost nonstop year-round, isn't it?
It is, between recruiting, meetings, and just getting your team ready, your facilities ready. It's pretty nonstop.
Yeah, your son was in the dugout today. 6'5", right?
6'5", 220, and he's pretty good.
Yeah, and he was talking today. We were talking about a changeup with Mike Scioscia. We were talking about that even the last couple days. How big of a pitch changeup? I mean, for any young pitcher is to be able to develop that pitch.
Yeah, especially in college level, I think it's the best pitch other than the fastball. I always believe in the fastball being #1, but if you've got an effective changeup that you can throw at any time, I think it's the best pitch.
Now, recruiting-wise, your name alone will get guys to come in there, but now you have your players in there. It took for a while as the head coach to have your guys that were before you took over. Now you have your class and your guys. How good do you feel with this team you have going now?
I really love our talent level. We're very young. We've got 20 players from freshman and sophomore year. But this is really my true first team, I believe. Last year was my first true recruiting year that came in. We were top 30 in the country. I really like the team. I think next year is really our big window, but you never know. Young guys can surprise you, and the talent level is there to win.
What's the most difficult part of the recruiting process for you and for UCR?
Getting a yes. I mean, we have a lot of really quality programs out here with Fullerton, Long Beach, Irvine, and even up to Santa Barbara. To get people to want to come out to Riverside, it's a tough task. It really is. I have a little edge when it comes to getting pitchers to say yes, but when it comes to getting the high quality position players to come out, there's just a lot of other schools that they can choose.
Now, with all the talent in California, Southern California too, do you ever go outside the region to be able to get players to come in?
We did that for a little while, and we've really predominantly stayed in the Inland Empire. Keeping the kids close to home, keeping them around their parents. We get a lot more, focus out of the kids when they're not far away from home. I've tried it both ways, and I really like getting these kids out of the Inland Empire within a 30 to 40 mile radius.
Marcus Semien has to come in with the shift on. Troy, we appreciate it. I know it's got to be tough for you too, seeing Scioscia perhaps maybe in his last game tomorrow.
Yeah, it is. He's not really nostalgic. He's not old enough to be nostalgic, but he is. He's a great man. I love playing for him. Stubborn as he is, I still love him to death, and I wish him all the best.
Great seeing you, man.
Percy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome, my friend.
Tickets entered to win these seats at any Jerome's locations.
That is a fantastic suite.
Fantastic.
Percy. That was cool seeing Percy.
Halos down 3-0. It's time for the fourth. Scotty fouling the first one off.
By the way, he has his pilot's license too.
He does?
He keeps asking me to go up there and fly me around.
you?
I say, oh yeah. I said, wait a minute. I remember you on the mound looking into the signal from the catcher and you weren't seeing real well. I'm not going up flying with you. He goes, oh no, don't worry. We'll be fine. So yeah, okay.
I can imagine how difficult it is to recruit in this area with so many options. And that's just the four-year schools and so many great JUCO programs.
Yes.
In SoCal as well as Piscotty cuts through that one. There's out number one.
The fun thing too, when Mike Scioscia was asking and talking to his son, how difficult is it for both of you to have your son and or your father is your head coach of a college team? And Percy said right away, the only time I really talk to him is that day he's pitching. The rest of the time, he's like any other kid on the team.
Kid, yeah.
Percy was he's an amazing, fantastic competitor. He was. I mean, he didn't like anybody fouling a ball off him. Had all those great outs there in 2002. Every single time he was the one closing out a game, including that last out, the 2002 World Series against the San Francisco Giants. Percy.
Marcano with a walk and a ground down.
Funny, he'll always give Lee Smith a lot of credit for his success, and then Frankie came along and Percy helped Frankie develop into the closer he was for the Angels. Same thing with Scott Shields.
Lee Arthur.
He might have took a while to get to the mound, but nobody was going to say anything to him.
No.
Just take your time. Whenever you get there, you're fine.
0-2 to Cano. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I misspoke on Cano's numbers. He struck out on the first, 0 for 1.
Yeah, he was telling me, Percy, it was the first time he's been to the stadium this season, which was a shock for him. It's so busy at UC Riverside. We've texted a number of times during the course of the season.
Back. Count remains at a ball and 2 strikes. Punching one down the right field line. This one slicing foul and out of play. Hanging tough. 2-run home run by Chris Davis in the first inning. Sac fly by Jed Lowry in the third. Mounted a total 3 runs tonight for Oakland. Tyler's going to throw his 60th pitch now. Wanted to appeal? Nope. Tyler did anyway. 2-2. 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, 3 hits allowed.
Why is it that when you're a pitcher, you think, let me check that down there, and you never get that?
Because you guys think everything's a strike.
Well, it is.
Everything.
Yeah, well, it is.
Skaggs scheduled to go 75 pitches or thereabouts. Wasn't looking good in the first. Noah Ramirez getting ready for the Angels. to one left toward the corner. It'll go to the wall. Mark Canha is on his way to second with a one-out double.
He's had some pretty big hits this season for the Oakland A's.
Looks like that's going to be it for Skaggs.
Trying to go back there with that fastball and end up cutting back over the middle of the plate. And Canha was ready and lines it into the corner for a double.
So Skaggs in his last start ends up going 3 1/3. 4 hits, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, 3 runs allowed. He's responsible for the man at scoring position. A pitching change first of the night with the Oakland A's up 3-0. By Hyundai. At Hyundai, the longer you look, the more there is to like. And right now, there's a lot to see at your Hyundai dealer. By Carl's Jr., the 2 for $2.50 sausage and egg made from scratch biscuit. Now at Carl's Jr. And by your Southern California Cadillac dealers. Tyler Skaggs done after 61 pitches tonight. 3 1/3, 4 hits, 3 runs, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks. Responsible for the man at second base. And his ERA currently at 4.02. So it'll end at north of 4. Just trying to keep it there. Noe Ramirez on for the 69th time. 7-5 at a 4.63 earned run average. He'll face Chad Pinder, who shot a single to right. Pardon me, this is Simeon. Pinder's on deck.
12 decisions for Noe
Yeah.
out of the bullpen. That's a lot of decisions.
A guy that soaked up some innings as well. Multiple innings on occasion. Marcus hit a fly ball to center field in the second. Canha over at second base. 0-1. Slider pulled down the line foul. Wide of the bag. Double that Canha hit, his 22nd of the year. Even originally the White Sox system. 6th round pick in 2011. A count. 1-2. That's out to left. Upton moving over and is there. Tracks it down. Canha stays at second. 2 down.
A solid route on that one by Justin Upton to run that baseball down, hit very well by Marcus Semien. Right off the bat, good angle by Upton.
Two outs. Here's Pinder. 1 for 1.
Generally, we'll be swinging at the first pitch if it's close to the strike zone.
Ground ball over to short. What are you saying?
Swing at the first pitch, hit it on the ground, get it out.
We're headed to the bottom of the 4th inning, and Mark Canha, collision there. Oakland's on top. At the bottom of the 4th inning, it'll be 2-3-4 coming up for the Angels, and Fernandez, Trout, and Ohtani. Trevor Cahill has come on and pitched 2 innings of relief. He's faced 6 batters. He's retired all 6. The Angels have 1 hit this game. That was a Fernandez single in the 1st.
That changeup running it away. Key for, especially as a left-handed batter against Cahill, is you don't try to pull that changeup. You got to hit that ball hard to left center field or through that infield between short and third.
One ball, 2 strikes. Liam Hendricks got the start. He pitched the first. Now Cahill. Traditional starter working in relief as Fernandez shoots one out to center. Laureano's got to go back on it. 1 down.
Doesn't give up a lot of home runs. He's given up 8. 2 of the home runs he's given up against fastballs. The other 6 versus his secondary pitches. So when he makes a mistake, whether it's a slider, curve, or changeup, that's the pitch you got to be ready to hit a long way.
Trout, a fly ball to center field in his 1st inning plate appearance. Takes a strike. Little off-speed pitch. 3 runs, 4 hits, 2 left on for Oakland. No runs, a hit, 1 left on for the Angels. See Trout shaking his head, thought that pitch was off the plate. Appeared to be. So 2.
Trout 0 for 6 in his career versus Cahill, but you think as a sinker ball pitcher he would play right into the swing path for Trout.
Trout skies it foul. First base side. 39 home runs, 79 runs batted in, 24 stolen bases, and a 1.097 OPS overall.
He has not gotten a base hit in his career versus Cahill yet. Also just 2 home runs away from his career best at 41.
2 down.
Sometimes a hitter, even though you're always hitting that pitch in the lower part of the strike zone, you still don't see the baseball well out of his hand. That's exactly what you're seeing for Trout versus Cahill. Chase the pitch out of the strike zone there, an all-speed pitch.
Shohei fouled the first one back, hit a fly ball to left in the first inning.
Ohtani also 0 for 3 against Cahill.
Shohei with the fly ball to left in the first inning.
And with the pitch count as is, 0-2, a shift in the infield with Simeon moving over to right center.
Out to left again. Cannon comes in, makes the catch for the 3rd out. Well, into the 5th inning, Angels down 3-0. Nothing. It is fan appreciation night, Mike Scioscia bobblehead night, and we've got a special guest in our booth, and his name is Cliff Joes. And if you've ever come up to the broadcast area, Cliff is the man that runs security here. He has been doing this for a very long time, 20th year with the Angels. He is retiring after this season, and Cliff, we wanted to bring you up here just to say thanks, man. We know it's been a tough year for you. And we wanted to recognize you as one of our favorite guys working here, and just wanted to say thank you to you.
Well,
and,
I appreciate that, because you guys have been tremendous to me. So it's true. It's true.
You're the absolute best. I just want you to know that. And I know everyone that comes by here, Ray Fosse, all the broadcasters love talking with you, and it's always great seeing you. We miss you for a period of time this year, but we're glad that you're back and that you're finishing strong. Game number 162 tomorrow, right, buddy?
I appreciate that. I really do. It's just that I don't want to leave here, but things, certain things get to you. Why you got to make a decision, so I did. So I made the decision, and because I don't want to drive that mileage that I drive for 30 miles every night.
Living in Corona for 51 years, right?
Yes. Yeah.
You and your wife, Sue.
Yeah.
I did my homework. That's what you do as a broadcaster. You do a little homework, Cliffy.
Cliff, every day we go up to say hi to you. Every single day you make our day when we get a chance to say hi to you. It's a pleasure when we get to say hi to you every single day. I appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
Thank
you guys
so much.
You got it, buddy.
Okay,
Our pleasure. Hey, get back to work, because you never know who's going to come up here.
Yes.
We don't want to get you in trouble. Actually, we might have already done that, put you on camera.
Way to go, Cliff.
You're the best, buddy.
Thank you.
Lucroy, Laureano, Chapin. Noah, who finished off the fourth. Back out for this fifth innings. Lucroy fouls it off. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, Cliff is the best.
Yeah.
Every day we have fun with Cliff. We walk upstairs, get to the broadcast level.
He runs the ship up here.
Yes, he does.
Final line on Tyler Skaggs, 3 runs. And those 3 in the third with 4 hits allowed. 2-2. Slider punching this one back toward the middle. Andrelton Simmons off balance throw. Not going to get him. They did a really nice play. Infield base hit for Lucroy and a man on.
Even as a catcher, played a lot of years, caught a lot of games, a lot of pitches. We used to have a chance at a base hit up the middle. You're going to get down there a little bit quicker, and Lucroy runs pretty well. Great range by Andrelton Simmons, off balance throw, but Lucroy beats it out for an infield hit. Solid play by Simba. Got a lot on that throw also. Lucroy beats it out.
5th hit now for the Athletics. The Angels 1. Here's Laureano. He led off to third with a double. 12th of the year. Came around to score on the sac fly by Lowry. One ball, 1 strike. Laureano made his big league debut on August the 3rd. Had a walk-off single in the 13th inning to become the first A's player with a walk-off RBI for his first major league hit. He's a guy that probably is going to be around for a little while, playing center field for them. Picked up an offseason deal with the Houston Astros.
Covers a lot of ground in the outfield, has a very strong throwing arm.
This is 2-1.
Good speed for a team that doesn't run a whole lot.
Scott stealing last night for the first time this year. So he's 7 of 8. Leadoff single for Lucroy's at first. 2-2. Great crowd tonight, this last Saturday night of the season, but not much to cheer for the Angels as of yet. The tandem of Hendricks and Cahill have kept the Angels at bay. 2-2. Oh, this guy's a foul.
A lot of interchangeable parts in this lineup for Oakland, but it's been pretty consistent as far as runs. 804 runs scored coming into game 3 so far tonight. Bob Melvin really done a really good job. He's going to get a lot of votes for Manager of the Year in the American League.
Down goes Laureano, 1 down. And Kevin Cash deserves a lot of praise for the job he did with the Tampa Bay Rays.
I still lean towards Alex Cora, what he has done. I know
well,
they have a
sure.
lot of talent. It's a different ball club than they have been, Boston. They're driving the ball more.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of the players from Mookie Betts on down to believe in that process of driving the ball in the air and also aggressive on the bases.
It changed the culture in that clubhouse, and they needed that.
Yep.
They obviously had a nice signing in J.D. Martinez, last minute signing. And that has turned out very well for them. But the ball club overall, especially when you go back and look at the lack of power that they had last year and what they've been able to accomplish this year. Now, having J.D. Martinez obviously certainly helps. But up and down the lineup, guys have been producing.
I mean, there's not a better guy you're going to meet than Alex Cora. He's quiet, nice, funny, but he's very competitive himself.
Ward to Coward on the first inning, and a double play. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th inning. The Angels trail it 3-0. To get your red on and support your Angels during every home game in the 2019 Angels season with Angels season seats. For more information, call 888-796-HALO or go to angels.com/season seats to become a 2019 season seat holder. A couple of changes for the Oakland Athletics as we start this bottom of the 5th. Matt Chapman's night has come to an end as Matt Joyce enters the game. He's in left field. Mark Canha goes from left over to first, and Chad Pinder goes from first over to third. It's Upton, Simmons, and Ward. It's Trevor Cahill. Justin's 0 for 1. Popped down his first time up. This is Scott. At the shallow center field. Laureano calls Marcus off. 1 down.
So I think when I look at Oakland in that game against the Yankees, that wild card game, I think Cahill will be a guy who will be pretty interesting to be able to bring in out of the bullpen also after that opener, potentially, of their game. Because he's a guy that keeps the ball in the ballpark. You know, Fires has good stuff. He's had a great year for Oakland, but he's the guy that gives up a lot of fly balls. In that ballpark, a fly ball is generally going to go out of the ballpark in New York, especially for a club that's hit 266 of them.
Andrelton Simmons, a ground ball to short. Two-0. Simba yanks it foul. Oh, nice play on the ricochet. It's 2-1. A tough couple of days for Andrelton. Coming to the weekend with a chance to get to 300. Finish off the season. That batting average, a nice little 3 in front of it. Came into play tonight at 293, and he's 0 for 1 tonight.
The improvements on the offensive side are amazing for Andrelton Simmons. We talked about it a little bit last night, how he said he's going to put on some extra weight, some muscle to be able to drive the ball more as far as home run power. And you never doubt him.
A dribbler toward third. Chad Pinder gets tested. High throw. And it goes off the screen in front of the dugout. It's an error on Pinder.
Pinder, after starting the game at first base, third base, tested on that slow roller down the line. Had a chance to get Simba, but elevated the throw and kind of unable to catch it and get that foot down or apply the tag. Picks up an error.
Would that part of the infield be considered now Chad Pendergrass?
Never a bad time to put that in there.
Oh, Teddy.
Yes.
Taylor Ward, fly ball to left his first tap out.
Well, he is spotting his fastball very well. All his pitches on the corners. Seattle, I mean, Houston's putting himself in position to sweep that doubleheader in Baltimore.
Taking off is Simmons. The throw is not a time. It's still a base.
He is 10th. Caught twice, 10 stolen bases on the season. Huge jump. And you can run on KO. He's allowed 14 stolen bases in 21 attempts.
Man in scoring position for the Angels for the first time tonight. 4 for 12 last night. 7 for 30 on the homestand. Three-one count. Caleb Coward on deck. And a walk. So 2 on now. Brings up the tying run, and Caleb.
All you want is that opportunity to bring that tying run to the plate here. Not a lot of action for the Angels so far, but now one swing of the bat, you get a tie game.
Caleb, a ground ball to second. That was in the 3rd inning plate appearance. Speed fouled off. Angels have action at their bullpen. The veteran Jim Johnson getting ready. I gotta get rid of that move.
Won't be long before that one too. That's deceiving the base runner, right? Which is a balk.
You can't do a 3rd to 1st thing anymore.
I think it's this is effective. You just step off the pitching open.
Right.
That's it. Or hold the baseball.
You get more, I guess, a better chance of balking, especially if you're not coordinated enough to spin around like that.
What are you trying to say about pitchers?
There's plenty of guys out there that just aren't coordinated enough to do that move, and they don't. That's why they don't. 1-1.
By the way, I don't think I ever did that move.
No.
Never. If I was going to pick off, I wasn't just going to that spin move and not throw. I was doing the opposite direction and firing the ball to second base. And I never did that 3rd to 1st move either, ever.
Those are always fun.
Yeah. Steve Busby was really good at that, though.
The ball misses. With the count up at 2-2. First time the Angels have got a man in scoring position. First time they've had multiple base runners on tonight. It's in the 5th. Cale's only thrown 46 pitches, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk. The only hit for the Angels in the 1st inning now is off Liam Hendricks. The ball line to left center field. That'll get down for a hit. Simba will come around to score. Heading to 3rd base is Taylor Ward. The throw is in time. Easily gunned down. The Angels get on the board. It's 3-1 as Coward picks up his 10th RBI.
Yeah, it's one of those plays too, right in front of you, especially with Laureano with his throwing arm. Already with 8 outfield assists. He got himself in perfect throwing position to cover that baseball to left center field. Hamilton Simmons scores easily, but you see how good of a throwing position Laureano got in. A perfect one-hop throw to Pinder to get Ward to 3rd.
Yeah, you're not enticing a throw to 3rd base there because the play is not even coming home. Simmons is going to score uncontested. So 2 outs and a man in scoring position. Jose Briseño at the plate. Briseño struck out in his 3rd inning at bat. Now Milwaukee held on. They are now tied with the Cubs atop the National League Central.
Dodgers
6-5.
and Rockies tie. Unless the Rockies were able to come back, I should say, in the game. They're down 6-2 in the 7th.
By the way, just saw this thing put out. Christian Yelich, his last 14 plate appearances. Tell me who this reminds you of. 3-run home run, walk, 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 walk. 2-run home run, walk, walk, strikeout, walk. 2-run home run, strikeout, solo home run.
Some center fielder?
Yeah, some center fielder with the number 27. That's not too bad over the 3+ biggest games of the year. Christian Yelich. And that hit him on the back wrist. And that sinker in. So Cole will get an opportunity here with 2 on.
You run and drop your wrist at all with a sinker ball pitcher, you're going to have that lateral movement and right on the forearm area, that right arm, throwing arm for Briseño.
Second time this year Briseño's been hit. Rockies end up losing. You'll have two divisions all knotted up going into the 3 Eastern, noon Pacific start times across Major League Baseball.
And the National League wild card game is on Tuesday, right? The American League is on Wednesday?
Yes.
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken. Cole takes downstairs. 0 for 2. Fly ball to left. Ground ball to short.
By the way, Andrew Bailey in the clubhouse just texted me and said, I know you made that move to second base. I had to tell him back. I said, no, I never did, because I know I would throw that ball probably over the center field wall if I did.
Is that Andrew's favorite move?
Must be.
Is he defending the move?
He could be.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Rick Sutcliffe Jr. on that move.
One. Ground ball into the shift. Marcus Semien goes down. Cole and the Angels are done here. They do get a run. It's 3-1 Oakland as we head to the 6th.
The 6th. Now it's time for the Carlos Cam replay as we look back on this season. Albert Pujols looking for career hit number 3,000 against Mike Leake in Seattle. Base hit in the right field for Albert Pujols, joining the 3,000 hit club. Going to join that 600 home run club, now 3,000 hits for the machine on that base hit. Very similar to the swing and hit and placement that Rod Carew had wearing the Angels uniform like in '85 to left field the other way.
We're in the top of the 6th inning with the Angels down 3-1. Jim Johnson replaces Noe Ramirez, who ended up going an inning and 2/3, 1 hit, 1 strikeout for Noe. For Jim, it'll be his 62nd appearance, 5-3 and a 3.75 ERA. Oakland here in their half of the 6th inning have 3, 4, 5 coming up, and Lowry, Davis, and Piscotty. Launched out towards center field. Trout racing back, and that is gone. Jed Lowry with a leadoff home run. It's 4-1 as Johnson gives that run right back. Second RBI of the night for Jed, who had a sac fly in the third.
The 9th home run that Jim Johnson has allowed out of the bullpen. What a season Jed Lowry has had. Pitched down the heart of the plate, lower part of the strike zone. 98. Make that 99 now RBI for Jed Lowry, 23rd home run.
Davis takes the outside.
There's 61 extra base hits this season for Lowry to go along with 99 RBI.
Challenged him upstairs. The old high hard one. Davis 1 for 2. A 2-run home run in the first inning. A fly ball to center in the third. One and 2. Hit by Lowry, the 6th for Oakland tonight. Breaking ball, got him to chase it. One away.
By the way, with that Yankee win today in Boston, 3 teams in the American League with 100 or more wins, first time ever. All 3 going to the postseason. 300-win teams in one league.
And Houston did finish off that doubleheader sweep to 103 victories for the Astros. Cleveland basically the afterthought in the American League.
I still think they're one of the most dangerous teams, period, going into the postseason with their starting staff. Josh Donaldson swinging the bat well for them.
Now ball to third. Taylor's got it.
It's going to be a great series between the Astros and Cleveland.
Marcana coming up with 2 outs.
How about those pitching matchups?
Verlander pitched game 1 of the doubleheader today.
By the way, they tied their franchise record with their 103rd win. The Astros.
Well, the odds are in their favor, considering they're playing the Orioles tomorrow to set a new franchise record.
That's now 115 losses for Baltimore with the 2 today.
There's Matt Olson pinch hitting for Marcana.
Trying to play in all 162 games. This is the 161st game now that Olson has appeared in for Oakland this season.
Big first baseman takes a strike, and it's 1-1. 247 average, 29 home runs, 84 runs batted, and he's 1 for 4 as a pinch hitter. Two. Leadoff home run for Lowry, 4-1 Oakland. The Angels have Fernandez, Trout, and Ohtani coming up in the bottom of the 6th. Two. Wilson strikes out. And that'll do it for the A's. We're headed to the bottom of the 6th inning. Fernandez to lead things off.
California Toyota dealers. By Heffernan Insurance, insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit hefins.com. And by City National Bank, a proud sponsor of Angels baseball.
The Athletics leading the Angels 4-1. Bottom of the 6th, another pitching change for Oakland. Sean Kelly now in the game for the A's. It's his 54th game. 2-0 mark with a 3.00 ERA, 48 innings pitched, 48 strikeouts, fastball, 89-94, slider throws quite a few sliders.
Two, 3, and 4 for the Angels. New catchers Josh Fegley. And Olsen stays the game over at first base. Fernandez 1 for 2 with a single. So it's pulled in front of Griffin. And a 1 ball, a 1 strike count. In New York, they're on to the 12th inning. Mets hosting the Marlins, 0-0 on David Wright's last game. So he's waiting to give that post-game speech.
Yes. Waiting.
It's taking a little
and
longer.
waiting and waiting.
Yeah.
Well, he was a real good player for a lot of years for the Mets.
Injuries derailing his career.
To his credit, he never gave up. He kept trying to come back, trying to come back. In the starting lineup tonight for the Mets. Pinch hit the other day.
Hernandez draws a leadoff walk. Overthrown fastball from Kelly. Trout will come up. Mike's 0 for 2. Skydler to center in the first inning. Struck out in the 4th against Cahill. Cahill ended up going 4 innings. 1 hit. 2 strikeouts and a walk.
Doesn't happen often for Trout against Oakland, especially this season as far as going hitless. Coming in the game, .359 against the A's. 30 career home runs against Oakland.
Pretty good pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kelly coming over from the Nationals, pitched in 35 games there, was 1-0 with a 3.34 ERA, and was jettisoned. Let's see, slammed a glove to the ground in a blowout game. Picked up by Oakland.
1-2. Boy, tough season overall for Washington also. The expectations, all the moves they made, bullpen moves they made. And the club that may be completely different next year with Bryce Harper going to hit the free agent market.
And what, 1 more year of Anthony Rendon, if I'm not mistaken?
Yes.
1-2. Trout lays off that high fastball. Did not go. 2-2. Marty Foster over at first base. He'll be behind the plate for game number 162 tomorrow afternoon. Matt Shoemaker's supposed to start that one. Full count. Back-to-back hitters. Kelly's gone to a 3-2 count. Shohei's on deck. Kelly now 34 years of age, a Kentucky native. Went to Austin Peay State University. Grew up in Kentucky, went to a school in Tennessee.
That doesn't seem right, does
Has
it?
he been back to Kentucky since? No, I'm kidding. I kid because I care.
Yes, you do. You and Chris Myers.
Down the line foul. Kelly got to the big leagues for the first time in 09 with Seattle. He's pitched with the Yankees, Padres, Nationals, and now the Oakland A's. He'll be a free agent in the offseason. Pick-off throw. Hernandez just a couple steps off the base. 2 in the first, 1 in the third, 1 in the sixth for Oakland. The Angels only run in the bottom of the 5th. Single by Coward scoring Simmons. 3-2. Trout gets underneath this one out to shallow right. Piscotty has to come in on it. 1 away.
A couple times tonight, Trout had just gotten underneath it on a swing. First at bat and now on his third at bat.
Ohtani twice has hit a fly ball to left, so he's 0 for 2.
He'll be ready if he gets a first pitch fastball, especially on the inner half.
Breaking ball down and away. Not too many folks lately pitching Ohtani inside with the fastball, as we saw quite a bit early on.
I think when you look at that highlight reel of that fastball at 98 from Luis Severino here in this ballpark, off the inside corner, he hit it way out the right center field. Has kept pitchers away from trying that pitch. So a lot of times you'll make a mistake and it drifts out over the plate. With Ohtani's power, there's a good chance it's going to be hit out of the ballpark. Both at bats so far, he's hit the ball pretty well, but right at left field.
Three-one count. He'll take a strike. He thought that pitch missed in.
Looked like he might have touched the inside part of the plate. Runs back a little bit off that inside corner.
And called strike 3. Off speed pitch. Joe West brings up Ohtani. 2 outs.
Back with his slow breaking ball after that. Take a look at a Nissan pitch cast. Catch that outside part of the plate.
Two outs and a man at first for Justin Upton. 0 for 2 with 2 fly ball outs. 1 ball, 1 strike. A couple of arms getting ready for the Angels in their bullpen for the 7th. Drozian, Deck, McGuire. Deck at one point the first inning was getting loosened as Tyler struggled through that first, got out of it. Ball and 2 strikes.
Upton has had quite a few sliders and curveballs out this season. Might get one here.
It's a breaking ball down and away. Down goes up to lead off walk. Stranded at first base. We'll head to the 7th inning with the Angels down 4-1.
Good for baseball, brought to you by T-Mobile. Manny Machado, why the Dodgers picked him up on that deal with Baltimore for this moment here with the score tied at 5. Triples off the wall to drive in the go-ahead run. Eventually, Dodgers added a few more in that inning as they beat San Francisco to pull within a half a game Colorado in the NL West and secure a playoff spot at the very least as a wild card team.
Halos down 4-1 here in the 7th. Deck McGuire takes over on the mound for Jim Johnson. He gave up a run in his 1 inning of relief. Deck hasn't pitched since last Sunday, and that was when we were in Houston. This will be his 21st game. Check that, 17th game since joining the Angels. 21st overall. 0-2 with a 5.97 with the Angels. 28 plus innings, 24 strikeouts, 20 walks. The ball's at a strike. Bottom third of the order for Oakland. Simeon, Pinder, Lucroy. Check that Fegley since Fegley came into the game for him. It's like spring training games all of a sudden. The emptying of the bench. 0-2 count. Simeon twice has hit a fly ball out. One to center, one to left. Colorado, Nationals leading 9-2, and apparently Max Scherzer is going to pitch tomorrow for the Nats against the Rockies. And that score holds. It'll be the Rockies and the Dodgers tied atop the National League West.
It is 300+ strikeouts this season for Max Scherzer.
2-2. And he would be on normal day's rest. He's not jumping up a day or anything like that.
You wonder though, because initially it looked like he was not going to pitch on Sunday, but all of a sudden he's always been a high energy guy anyhow, so I don't think that shutdown mode was ever in his mindset. You wonder if you throw your bullpen session that one last time, but this time of the year, most times you'll skip that anyhow. Any way you look at it for the Rockies, that last game was going to be important regardless. Even if they had won today, they're still only up by, would have only been up by 1, and they still had a win. And the Dodgers have been playing well against San Francisco this season.
0-2 to 3-2. One down. Pender, the third baseman now, started the game at first. He's 1 for 2.
Look at the box score for the Nationals so far against the Rockies. Juan Soto, another great game for the Nationals. 2 for 3 with 3 RBI.
10-2 now, right?
Yep.
No balls, 2 strikes. Halos have not been able to get anything going offensively. Just 2 hits tonight. Both singles. We've got another new reliever in the 7th. Down goes Pender. 2 outs.
Deck McGuire had a couple of strikeouts out of the bullpens. Firm fastball working. Challenge him, and he got a 95-mile-an-hour fastball by Pender. Good balance, good deception, hiding that baseball well, and the follow-through on his fastball. Utilize that lower part of his body to drive towards the plate.
One-0 count on Josh Phegley. First plate appearance, hitting .200 through 37 games this year. 7 doubles, 2 home runs, 15 RBIs. Lucroy had a 1 for 2 game. Infield base hit for him. The ball is in there. Oakland 4 runs, 6 hits, an error, 2 left on. Angels a run on 2 hits. 4 men left on base. McGuire, the third reliever, used. Two on. Now ball toward the hole. Taylor's got it. McGuire with a 1-2-3 7th stretch time here at the Big A. 4-1 Oakland.
Angels baseball on Fox Sports West is brought to you by Spectrum. Spectrum Mobile has unlimited talk, text, and data. Save up to 40%. Go to SpectrumMobile.com today.
Bottom of the 7th, fan appreciation night here at the Big A. The Angels down 4-1 to the Oakland Athletics. Fernando Rodney takes over on the mound. Picked up midseason. Traded with the Minnesota Twins. 65th overall game, 4.3 mark, a 3.10 ERA. And here at the bottom of the 7th, he's going to face Simmons, Ward, and Coward unless the Angels decide to have a couple of pinch hitters come up. But at the very least, Andrelton will lead things off. Simmons 0 for 2. Did reach on the error by Chapman in the 5th inning. Check that was Pinder. And eventually stole second and scored the Angels' only run in the Coward single. One ball, one strike. Little flare, right center field, and Simba's on board with a leadoff single.
That's good for Simba to pick up that base hit. Last time reached base on an error. By the way, Troy Percival, he was in our booth it's a few innings ago. He's having a pitchers only camp at University of California Riverside. Will be held November 16th and 17th. Go to UCR baseball website. Every participant will have a personal bullpen with Troy Percival. So Percy's going to have that pitchers camp at UC Riverside November 16th and 17th.
Good plug. I see you working.
Oh, yeah. Percy.
Skied out to shallow right center field. Laureano comes racing into center field and makes the catch. One down.
That's a pretty good coverage in that outfield. A long way to go to run that one down. Hit high enough to do so. Good speed. Already made a very good throw early in the game. Pick up his 9th outfield assist.
Caleb, an RBI single. 1 for 2 tonight. Ball gets away. Simmons will take second and stop right there as Fegley retrieves that baseball.
Overthrown pitch. Sim in the scoring position.
Off speed pitch. Fernando's got a good one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Francisco Arcia's come out to the on deck circle. He would pinch hit for Jose Briseño. Outside. 2-1 count. Three and one.
One thing about Fernando Rodney, he can get you right back in the game with control problems.
I say that's not the good thing for the team that he pitches for. He's had a good season though.
Yeah, he's got that swing and miss fastball and changeup, but he can be wild. Generally, will try to get back into counts, which is odd with his changeup.
3-1. There's that on-speed pitch, and he walks him. So Coward on board twice. Arcia coming to the plate.
Frankie Arcia has been very, very good here at the Big A. 5 home runs, 18 RBI here at the Big A.
210 overall batting average with 6 home runs, 23 runs batted in. As a pinch hitter, he's 1 for 4. Representing the tying run, Simmons at second, Coward at first. Got a fastball first pitch, fouls it back.
He was trying to tie it up with one swing of the bat.
Rodney's 0-1. Cute. Over toward third. Pender has it, goes to second for 1, and not the first out of time.
He might take a look to see if he was on his foot on the base at second. Mike Scioscia wants to take a look at that one.
Lowry stretching. Pender didn't have a whole lot on that throw. Call it second is out, and he is. No challenge. First and third now with 2 down.
The stretch, able to keep the toe on the base. You're not going to be able to turn a double play, but in that position, you're almost being like a first baseman for Lowry. See that foot on the base?
Just barely. Cole 0 for 3 tonight. Fly ball to left, and twice is grounded into the shift to the shortstop. Simeon is overplayed second base. He's down shallow right. Lowry, the second baseman, toward the middle. No strikes.
Real good hitters count. Going back to my Hyundai key to this game today. Station to station with 2 on. Looking for that long ball. Got a chance here with Cole. Fastball count. Looking for his 20th home run of the season.
Two-0 pitch. 3-0. Fernandez on deck.
You wonder if he has that green light for Cole. And go back to a Hyundai key, station to station, looking for that long ball potentially to tie it up. Whether he gets a strike here, swinging at it on the green light, or 3-1 count. Very good pitch to drive for Cole Calhoun.
Takes that fastball.
He would love that pitch again, that 3-1 fastball right now. Right in his zone.
(3-1) upstairs, and he walked it. They're loaded up for Fernandez. Second walk of the inning for Rodney.
Conversation out on the mound now. Matt Emerson talking to Fernando Rodney. We could give a quick shout out to Priscilla Alvarez, celebrating her 66th birthday today. Hope everything is going well. Our prayers are with you.
Fernandez 1 for 2, a single and a walk. And he'll take downstairs.
Outfielders bunched together in the gaps for Oakland. Baseball down either line by Fernandez gives the Angels a chance to tie this game up.
2-0. Trout's on deck. To Fernandez. 3-0. Action quickly now in the A's pen. Juris Familia. You got to take, you had imagine, just like Calhoun did. Has there been much for the Angels to cheer about today? Up until now, bases loaded, 2 outs. The 3-0 pitch, and it's ball 4. And it's a 4-2 game. Base is still loaded with Mike Trout coming to the plate. Third walk of the inning issued by Fernando Rodney.
And Mike Trout last night against the Oakland A's for the 30th time in his career hits one out of the ballpark. This one the right center field. As Mike fires out over the plate, stayed with it, drove it out the right center field. His 39th home run of the season for Trout. What do we say about Fernando Rodney? We'll let you back in there potentially with being wild.
Fernandez picks up his 11th RBI, his second walk of the night. Here's Trout 0 for 3, 2 fly ball out to the strikeout.
Trout is 2 for 9 against Rodney.
First one on the way. Fastball overthrown.
Now if he stays the normal pattern for Rodney, he'll come back with a 1-0 changeup to try to get back in the count. Trout can really cover a changeup if it's in the strike zone.
Sherman Johnson, the pinch runner at first base for Fernandez. The 1-0 pitch. That's pulled foul. One ball, one strike. Garcia, the base runner at third. Calhoun at second. And Johnson at first. It's a 4-2 game. A base hit ties this one up. 23 pitches thrown by Fernando. Here's the 1-1. 2-1 off the plate.
Some pretty close pitches for Fernando Rodney in the last couple batters.
Long look in for Rodney. Ohtani on deck, 2-1 pitch. Out toward right field, towering shot, chasing Piscotty back. Shy of the track, underneath it. The Angels will leave it loaded. They get one. We'll head to the 8th with Oakland on top 4-2.
own time to get on the board, and we welcome you to the set, Jose Mota and Tim Salmon. Reminding you to stay tuned after the game. Angels Live postgame presented by your SoCal Mazda dealer. So I talk about not wasting time, but it seems like the littlest guy has the biggest power for the A's.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you talk about hitting a ball the other way, home runs the other way. I mean, how do you do that? I mean, in this game today, I mean, see Chris Davis do what he did. He's 48th home run. This is amazing, the kind of year he's had to this point of the year. Angels on the flip side haven't been able to get any offense together. All the home runs they've been hitting all series, nothing today, 2 hits or 3 hits, couple walks. They almost got back in the game that last inning.
Well, Fernando Rodney held the cost, guys. Hopefully somebody else in that bullpen can hold it down and give the Angels offense a chance.
Thanks a lot, Jose. As Deck McGuire's back out for his second inning of work, had a 1-2-3 7th, and he'll face Laureano, Joyce, Lowry. Little liner to left center field, a base hit, second hit of the night for Ramon Laureano. 2 for 4. First plate appearance for Matt Joyce. Had 1 last night. That was against Hansel Robles. Ended up striking out. Terrific outing for Robles, picking up his second save last night. 3 strikeouts and 1 hit allowed. Good lead for Laureano at first. They'll check in on him. Trevor Johnson stays in the game over at first base. Pitch ran for Fernandez. Laureano forgot to put on his oven mitt, so time is called. One ball, no strikes. Joyce, a .210 hitter this year. 9 doubles, 7 home runs, 15 runs batted in.
Angels with 172 double plays. Turn looking for another one here.
Garcia, by the way, stays in the game. He's behind the plate after pinch hitting in the 7th. No other changes for the Angels. Halos do have action in their bullpen. Campodrosian, next man in line. 7th stolen base. Laureano's been caught once. Ryan misses widely. And it's 2 balls, no strikes. Joyce helping him out there. Otherwise, it's a 3-0 count.
And the fastball about a half a baseball or so off the outside corner.
$43,762 tonight on Fan Appreciation Night. Leadoff single for Laureano. He's over at first. 2-1. 3-1. Probably his last batter.
It's one of those counts too. Is you may be going here 3-1. Anticipating a fastball. It's in the strike zone. Joyce will hit the ball on the ground. Does not go.
McGuire walks him. More worried about the base runner. Now all of a sudden you got 2 base runners with nobody out. This pitch is nowhere near the strike zone. That's going to be it for Deck McGuire. We have ourselves a pitching change here in this 8th inning. Angels down 4-2.
Dodgers needing to win today to clinch a playoff berth. They did, beating the Giants 10-6. St. Louis needed a win to stay alive at that moment, beat the Cubs 2-1. They were eliminated when the Dodgers won in that wild card race, and the Rockies trailing the Nationals 12-2. So what a final day of the regular season is going to be for baseball. 2 teams trying to win their division. It'll be the Dodgers, the Rockies tied going into the last game, and the Cubs and the Brewers tied going into the last game of the season. It'll be a lot of fun with potential some very good postseason action now at Major League Baseball.
Cam Bedrosian takes over here. This will be his 71st game, 5-4 and a 3.86 ERA. Comes on with nobody out, runners at first and second. The Angels up by 2. Jed Lowry at the plate. He homered his last time up. 1-for-2 game. That home run against Jim Johnson in the 6th. That was as a left-handed batter. Out to center field. First one just below the strike zone. 1-0. Seven hits for Oakland, 3 for the Angels. Down a line, slicing out of play. And it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count. It's a lively crowd tonight. Almost fan appreciation night.
Fireworks.
Yeah, that's right. But it's Saturday, is it not?
Is it Saturday?
Saturday night fireworks show.
Oh, yes.
Usually falls on Saturdays.
Really?
It's amazing how that works. Marketing genius. Chris Davis on deck. Two on count. 3-1. Now you put Lowry to a really good situation here. A 3-1 count. He chases over to second. Cowens plays to first. Had a chance to get Joyce over at second base, but takes the shoe around. Lowry helping out Bedrosian there.
And with Chris Davis coming to the plate, let's take a look at our top tier play brought to you by Arco. It's Tyler Skaggs in the first inning. The 2-run home run the other way, 17th opposite field home run of the season for Chris Davis amongst his 48 home runs.
1 for 3 game. 123 runs batted in now.
And a batting average right now, 247.
Bringing it all back. Infield in for the Angels now. Breaking ball, fouled off. JD Martinez, no RBIs today in their loss to the Yankees. Still leads in the RBI category. Just now 4 ahead of Chris Davis. Good pitch.
One of those pitches too, if you go after that, you're going to be jammed on it. That's what you're trying to do, especially for a hitter that likes to get his arms extended. We saw that power going the other way just a second ago.
One and two. It's in the 3+40. The 3 40+ homer seasons now for Chris Davis, joining Jimmy Fox in athletics history. The only two that have 3 straight 40 homer seasons. Hall of Famer did it back between 1932 and 1934. Two balls, 2 strikes. So is the Oakland A's really your team? I mean, if we're talking about going back to origins.
The Philadelphia Athletics.
Right. Don't you have to just keep following them? I mean, I guess you don't, because I'm not a Sacramento Kings fan.
No. The Kansas City Omaha Kings. They had some players on that team, by the way.
Very good. Full count. Players are necessary to compete in professional basketball.
Some really good
real good players.
Real good players.
Cotton Fitzsimmons leading the way.
Cotton.
Scotty Wedman, Phil Ford, Sam Lacey.
Yes.
Full count with 1 out. Runners at second and third. 4-2 Oakland. Piscotty is on deck. You do have first base open. You don't want to give in.
And you want to make sure you get him to swing at your pitch. You don't want to challenge necessarily with a fastball. And as a power hitter with a lot of RBIs, you have a tendency to expand the strike zone. So a non-strike might not be a bad pitch here for Cam against Davis.
Still 3 balls and 2 strikes, 1 out. Pass ball, and he walked him. They're loaded out for Piscotty now.
Right fielder, number 25, Stephen Piscotty.
Piscotty has grounded into 21 double plays this year. He's the team leader.
He has been very good in RBI situations in the month of September, though.
Joyce at third, Lowry at second, Davis at first. Fourteen pitches thrown by Bedrosian, 8 balls, 6 strikes.
Trying to make that one pitch right now to see if he can get 2 outs with the one pitch.
First 2 base runners belong to Dak McGuire. Gave up a leadoff single, then walked Joyce. He got hooked for Bedrosian, who fell behind Lowry. Eventually grounded out and then walked Davis to load him back up. 4-2. Trying to keep it that way. Juris Familia getting ready for Oakland. He'll pitch the bottom of the 8th once we get there. The 2-0. 3-0. Nobody warming for the Angels. Three-one now. Skies went out to right center. Hit well. It'll stay in the ballpark. Calhoun underneath it makes the grab. Laureano will come in to score. Sack fly makes it 5-2. You get a guy with 21 ground into double plays, you figure you got to get ahead so that you can expand, so begin to chase and roll one.
Yeah, when he gets into his count, the hitter's count, he's looking for something elevated that he can hit in the air, and he did so. Picks up a sac fly.
First and third, 2 outs for Matt Olson. Piscotty picks up his 86th run batted in. Olson, who's had 1 plate appearance and he has struck out. 0 for 1, pinch hit in the 6th. Popped up. Arcia has a play on it. And does make the play at the very last second, backpedaling for the 3rd out. The A's get a run. It's 5-2 as we hit at the bottom of the 8th inning. Halos down 5-2 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. I want to remind you that MLB At Bat is your #1 Angels app. Customize your experience to catch every moment this season. Get Angels home screen icons and features such as MLB.TV Game of the Day, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, live radio broadcast, stats, news, and more. Download MLB At Bat today. Juris Familia takes over on the mound. One of the several acquisitions for Oakland during the season. Coming over from the New York Metropolitans. 30th game since joining the Athletics. 4-2 with a 3.56 ERA. 30 in the third innings, 39 strikeouts, and 14 walks. Numbers on your screen are his overall numbers.
Yeah,
Ohtani, Upton, and Simmons. Sorry, Goodwin.
Yeah, firm fastball 93-98, slider and splitter.
Shohei hitless tonight. Threw that first one at 96. Couple of fly ball outs and a strikeout looking for Show. That's out toward left center field. Laureano. And Fowler, the left fielder. New left fielder makes the catch. One down. Upton hitless. 0 for 3. A pop to short. A fly ball to center to strikeout.
It's the type of the game you might see in that wild card game against the Yankees. A number of pitchers for the A's in the game versus the Yankees. Be interesting to see who the Yankees will start in that wild card game. What a job Bob Melvin has done with this club.
Foul back. Count remains at 0-2. Simmons on deck. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Good fastball from Familia. Chopper back toward the middle. That's Simeon, the shortstop. 2 down. Brings up Anderson Simmons. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Los Angeles Angels and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. Rockies ended up losing tonight to the Nationals. They are tied atop the National League West with the Los Angeles Dodgers. Dodgers will play the Giants tomorrow. Rocks will face Max Scherzer.
And it's conceivable all 4 teams could win and have to play on Monday. each other.
Simba 1 for 3 with a single. He's also scored twice. He's picked up a stolen base. Miguel Almonte getting ready. He'll pitch the ninth. The ball is 2 strikes. Ball against Simba. We'll head to the 9th inning with the Angels trailing at 5-2. Miguel Almonte takes over on the mound, replacing Cam Bedrosian. Almonte last pitched on last Sunday as well. Good arm. This will be his 8th game. He's had his issues though. 6 innings, 8 hits, 8 runs, 6 strikeouts, 3 walks. Oakland here in the 9th will have 7, 8, 9. Looks like Simeon, Pinder, and Fegley. Bedrosian ended up going 1 inning, issuing a walk, no runs. The run that came across the 8th inning charged to Deck McGuire. Marcus Semien 0 for 3. 2 fly ball outs and a strikeout.
When you look at that 1-game wild card game between the A's and the Yankees, which will be coming up on Wednesday, you always look for one key player for a team. And when I look at Oakland, Marcus Semien is going to be a huge contributor both defensively, because you can't give up extra outs in that stadium against that lineup, plus his ability to steal some bases. And he's been driving the ball very, very well in the month of September as far as RBI. So 14 stolen bases, and key defender at shortstop. But it's easy to think Chris Davis is going to do his job. Chapman got a chance to do the same thing with Olsen, but it's those other players that really have to come through, especially in that game like that. It's like the 7th game of the World Series. You have 1 game to be able to advance to that next realm.
Two balls, two strikes. Chad Pinder on deck. Break the ball, pulled toward the hole. Taylor Ward comes up with it. Gotta hurry. And Simeon, one down.
Nice little quick little hop. Taylor Ward needed all that arm strength as a former catcher to be able to throw that Simeon at first by a stride.
Out the deep left field. Upton will watch this one hit off the base of the wall. Pinder rounding first, trying to get to second with a double, and he is in there standing up.
Good balance on this one. Aggressive early, jumps on it, picks up a double. Second hit of the game.
Begley grounded out in his only plate appearance. Monty misses outside. Double by Pinder, his for the team's 8th hit. Three balls, no strikes. Top of the order, and Ramon Laureano waiting on deck. The Angels in the bottom of the ninth have the bottom third of its order coming up with Ward, Cowart, and Arcia.
Full count. And that high fastball upper part of the strike zone, 94. Almonte.
Back. Five runs, 8 hits, an error, 4 left on for the Athletics. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, 7 left on for the Angels. Down goes Begley. 2 outs.
Chased ball 4. Let's take a look at our Kia drive to success. And Mike Scioscia's successful tenure here with the Angels. 12 seasons over 500, a .536 career winning percentage in his 19th season is the Angels manager.
Breaking ball, first strike. Laureano, multi-hit game, going 2 for 4, single double, 2 runs scored. Oh, 2. Almonte with a glance back to Pinder. Hot shot. Dropping the elbow there.
Not an easy one to get out of the way of either. Especially you're anticipating something away. You mentioned dropping that elbow. When you do that, you're getting that running action up and in.
And 2, and almost got on the outside part of the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Break the ball out to left. Playable for Upton. We're headed to the bottom of the 9th inning. Bottom third of the order coming up for the Halos, down 5-2. Leads it here in the bottom of the 9th inning. And it's Blake Trinan on to close it out for the Oakland A's. What a season the big right-hander has had. 9-2, a .79 earned run average. 68th ball game, 37 saves, 98 strikeouts, and 79 in the 3rd innings.
I would think he's got to even be in that conversation for Cy Young, what he has done out of the bullpen. Although I still think Blake Snell, Justin Verlander, Corey Kluber, all going to get their fair share of first place votes, but Trinan has been excellent for Oakland.
Hey, by the way, it's just been announced that Max Scherzer will not get to start tomorrow. They're going to shut him down.
Wow.
According to Dave Martinez, apparently.
Trinan's fastball, by the way, 95 to 100. Will cut his fastball, slider changeup. That's surprising.
Right? Who knows? Could be fake news, but we never know.
Also, when you think about it, when you have 300 strikeouts,
what else is it to accomplish?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of pitches thrown, and he's part of your future. He'll be in that conversation also for the Cy Young. That's a tough one. But like we were saying, in between innings, all 4 of those teams could win, and nothing will change until the next day when they play against each other.
Yeah. Well, it's being reported by Jamal Collier, covers the Nationals for MLB.com.
And Walker Buehler is going to start for the Dodgers. He has been fantastic. He's got to get a few votes too for Rookie of the Year in the National League, although it's 2 outstanding young position players in Acuna and Soto.
For sure, for sure. Soto, another big game today.
Yes.
One ball, 2 strikes. Surprising he was able to hold on to that check swing. Tough slider. Bouncer up the third base line. Taylor Ward has himself an infield base hit.
Against Trout too, with that heavy sink that he has to all his pitches, whether it's his slider or fastball, you're going to see a lot of those soft contact type swings. Ward able to beat that infield hit.
Caleb Cowart, a single and a walk, picked up an RBI back in the 5th.
It's a pretty tough cutter. Back with another cutter.
Three infielders on the right side. Francisco Arcia on deck. One away. Arcia for 1. He reached out a fielder's choice in the 7th. Top of the order, Calhoun on deck. There's the 1-0. 2 balls, no strikes. not as if the Angels haven't had opportunities tonight.
Yeah, they haven't had a lot of hits, but they've had some base runners.
Yeah.
Especially when you go back to that 7th inning where Fernando Rodney had control problems.
I mean, those last, those 5th, 6th, and 7th innings, they stranded 6 total base runners. Put the bases loaded with Trout hit the fly ball to right in the 7th. 2-0. 98.
What a difference maker he has made for this bullpen.
There was talk, and we say it all the time, because of Oakland and their patterns over the years to trade players midway through, that Blake Trinan would be traded. We're looking at each other like, wait a second, they just got him recently. Why would they trade him? He's under control for a while. That's it for a strike. It's 2-2. And what a season he's had, man.
Well, they had a former closer back in the day there in the 80s and 90s, and Dennis Eckersley. He's putting up Eckersley like numbers right now as far as his whip.
And Trinan does it in a very Wade Davis-like manner. Very stoic. Not over.
That's a good comparison.
Overly hyped.
Yeah, Eckersley was always fist pumping
Right.
after an out.
Swing and a miss. A third out, a second. Taylor Ward picks up a stolen base. The Angels down to the last out.
His 2nd stolen base of the season.
Cole tonight 0 for 3 with a walk. There's the first one. Cole fouled that one, or did it hit him? A hit by pitch. Now the question becomes, did he go?
Number 9, Eric Young Jr.
Oh, they're saying catcher's interference.
See right here, pretty good indication. That was a late break to that cutter. And he hit the glove.
Yeah, that's an error on Fegley.
Yep. It's a good call by Joe West to see that and hear that.
So Eric Young Jr. is going to pinch hit here for Sherman Johnson. He's trying to get on board to give Trout an opportunity. EY represents the tying run. 210 average this year with a home run, 8 RBIs. First and second.
EY 0 for 1 against Trinan, but Trout 2 for 6 against him.
Oh, 1 pitch. Down and in. Evens up the count. Just 4 total hits for the Angels tonight. They've picked up 5 walks. They hit batter. Reached on 2 errors now. One ball, 1 strike. 2 on, 2 outs. We're in the 9th. Down 5-2. 2 balls, 1 strike.
patient right here, making him throw something in the strike zone.
Trying to effectively talk things over. 17 pitches thrown by the big righty.
With potentially a couple days off, you want to make sure you stay sharp.
Well, they've used all their arms out of the bullpen tonight. Guys that will see action on Wednesday: Familia, Trout, Rodney, Liam Hendricks got the start. Two on to EY now. Breaks his bat, rolls one toward first base. Olsen's got it on to Trout, and the Angels drop this one 5-2.
And now it's time for the Land Rover Above and Beyond players. The game as Oakland evens the series 1 game apiece. Chris Davis, a 2-run home run way back in the first inning for Davis's 48th home run of the season, 123rd RBI. Land Rover Above and Beyond player of the game. There he is, Chris Davis, out of Cal State Fullerton. 48 home runs, leads the majors in that category. Also picked up a walk, going 1 for 3 in the game. 2-run home run the other way, 17th opposite field home run this season for Davis.
We'll be back to wrap this one up right after this.